So I'm here tonight, this morning. It's 2:20 in the morning when I'm recording this, and I want to talk about fear. So there's a YouTube creator on the site, goes by the name of Jake Roper, who does really thought-provoking videos, and has always been I've always really enjoyed his videos, whether they were on Vsauce 3 or on his own personal channel or whatever they're on. I've always really enjoyed them. And so, I did a video before called An Open Mind. So I think I'm going to continue to do one of those videos on this channel, on my channel here, where I talk about that. Because for me, it's almost therapeutic, so fear. Fear is a word, but it's also a thought process, right? On how, there are parts of me that will always be afraid of something. I don't mean like afraid of physical danger. Like, that part of me has lost that fear long ago. The perceptions of others is a fear for me. In my core, am I worried about the perceptions of others? Am I afraid of what others may see? A big fear for me is my leg. Will I know I present it every day on Instagram, and that's fine. But can I be loved because I'm missing it? Just fear is corrosive and corroding in my life. And I think it is in everyone's life. I think that everyone has this fear of not being something, doing something. What is it with this fear? So how can I, this idea of fear has kind of been playing in my mind over and over. Like, how do I conquer fear? And there are places where I go where they say faith conquers fear. And I think it does to a certain extent, but what do I do with these thoughts, with this fear? What do I do with it? It's an interesting sensation, fear. As a child, I was afraid of the dark. As a teen, I was afraid of not fitting in. And as a grown man, I fear for my children. I fear that, again, that fitting in still plays effect. It's still a part of me that I'm trying to move forward past. I will talk about wearing what I want to wear. But for me, fear is destructive. I would do crazy things because of fear. Whenever I am angry, I'm not angry. Angry is a secondary emotion, right? Fear is really, what am I afraid of? I use anger to cover fear. Anger for me is a very easy emotion. I'm very familiar with it. It gives me power in the face of fear. So, like, if somebody's talking negatively about me, if they're talking, trash about me, what am I afraid of? And what I'm afraid of is the perceptions of others. Why am I concerned about the perceptions of others? What is it about me that wants to control that? And if somebody's talking negatively about me, I will use anger to attempt to control that fear. What am I afraid of? So for me, fear can be so destructive, and I feel like that's a lot. There's a lot on children or teens where we're not addressing this. You know, I feel like my children have fear, and I try to address it, but then I don't address my own. You know, and fear can keep me from doing something like this. This creates fear in me, being vulnerable with people that I don't even know if they will watch it. What if my following doesn't like this? You know, then what? You know, and that's it's strange that I will not do something because I want to control something. You know, I want to control a perception. I want to control an idea. How can I grow past fear if I never face it? So, as this new year has now gone into day 2, what my promise is to myself with this channel that I'm trying to cultivate and create a community in, is to do a video where I address something a little more than just sneakers or than just what I like, you know, something personal. You know, and that's for me. That's something that I want to do because I spend a lot of time on YouTube, and I see a lot of creators that do things, and there are things that I want to talk about and do on this platform that maybe aren't addressed in my Instagram posts or in my other YouTube videos that are primarily about fashion or sneakers or how, you know, those kinds of things, that, you know, it may not appeal to some of my subscribers, some of you, but for me, if you're afraid of something, do it. Because you never know what you might learn from that experience. Do we face our fears or do we hide from them? And this is me facing a fear, to be vulnerable, to be open, and that's something that I'm going to do. I hope this video finds you well. I hope you face something today that you're afraid of, and I hope that this next year, 2017, that my friend Shoe Butter said is a challenge that he has is to be better than you were yesterday. Right? This is me being better than I was yesterday. This is me facing a fear, being vulnerable, being open, tearing a wall down where there needn't be one. I hope you do the same. Take it easy, y'all.